Good morning, everybody. I'm gonna run a little bit late. I have had a little bit of technical problem this morning, and that's all up here. There's technicalities right there. So, anyway, um, we'll be just chatting for a little while and going over what I found yesterday. And I only went to the one park where I did my live. Good morning, Neil. How are you today? Blistering. Hey, Jamie. Gene P. Thanks for coming in. Anyway, I did some other things yesterday. I had to pick up something and then got distracted from going to the other park that I wanted to go to, and uh, it was a squirrel day. You know, where you're running along and all of a sudden squirrel, and you're off on another direction. How you guys doing this morning? Neil, I'm glad you're good today. I'm on my phone today because part of my technical problem was that I was having battery problem with my iPad yesterday, and I got in my distractions totally slipped my mind to charge it. So uh, my little problem from yesterday became a big problem this morning, and that was all, like I said, up here. So yeah, I could go get one of the things we did. We've been doing some auction lately. We've been sorry about that, and I've got some auction items. I might go get them and show you guys what we got. William E, good morning. How's everything at your house? Hope you guys don't mind. I was going to go out hunting this morning, and then I woke up early. Didn't feel really well for some reason. I wasn't sick or anything, but just didn't uh, feel like getting out of bed. You know, when you're old, you do that every once in a while. You just kind of say, you know, I just don't feel like it this morning. And that's one thing that you got to get over. Hey, Bad Idea Labs, how are you today? Thank you guys for popping in. I'm sorry I was late. I was trying to get everything situated here. And when one thing goes bad, then I got to take another path. You know, it's kind of like yesterday when I was on my live. I went down that path. I was going to go down that walking path for a little while, and then because every time I got down on my knee, I was on a sharp rock. I thought, you know, I don't really want to do this without a knee pad, so I got to go back the other direction. And sometimes you just get something that stops you, you know, and you got to just rethink and redirect and take another path. So hey, Mason, new person in town, you guys. ADB, good morning. Mason, I am going to give you a blue wrench so that you can check out the other channels, because we got some awesome channels in here. All right. A lot of guys will wait until you've been around, but I'm trusting you're going to be uh, mindful of what you do, and it's a family friendly channel here, so that's all. That's all you got to keep in mind. Thanks for coming in, Mason. But anyway, we did get a few things yesterday, and I'll just give a little closer view. I was trying yesterday to redo my camera every time, and I wasn't doing a really good job, was I? But I did get the dig most of the time, I think. That's great, Mason. I'm happy for that. God bless. But before anybody leaves, make sure you hit the thumbs up or the thumbs down, okay? Let me know how you feel about things, because I really want to know your opinion. Did you get an email from uh, Tcat, Gene? Yeah, after my live, I'll go into my email and check everything out. But you should be looking for an email from Tcat, okay? David Carlisle, top of the morning to you, brother. All of y'all are number one in my book. All of y'all. So you don't have to be number one on the chart to be number one in my book. Just being here chatting. Wondering how everything's gonna go this morning. I hope everything goes well. I don't know. I have a little bit of music going on in the background just for background noise. So if I am quiet, you don't have complete silence. Can you hear the music? I didn't see what you when you put up a short about it, Jamie. Or did you get it yet? Okay, Gene, we'll talk afterwards, okay? Cool. So, anyway, some of the things that I found yesterday, I think I got 3 coppers yesterday. I'll check out the dates on them. I got some old quarters, 1960s, but they're not. I got 1967s, I think, out of that part. They were pretty deep, and let's see. We got a 1976 copper. Woo. Hmm. Should have done a better job cleaning these up. That one I'm gonna have to. Oh, another 1976. But I did get a Sacagawea yesterday. That gave me the super cycle. Come on. This is going to be a little bit different focusing. So, don't know what year it is yet because it's not one of the Cheerios though. If you were here when I was digging this, the oh, it's a 2000. It's a 2000 Sacagawea. So that was a cool find. I'm not sure what this was. I thought it was a vape cartridge when I first got it, but I don't think it's a cartridge. I think it's a light. I think this is a light that plugged in on something or part of a handle. It's not, I don't think it's a container of any kind, but you know, interesting finds. It's just trash. It'll go in the garbage. I'll rip off this metal and put it in my can of, I think that's aluminum. So I'll put that in with the aluminum. Uh, you know, off after my live, I got a couple of things. I found what I think is the tip uh, to a pinpointer. You know, one of those pinpointers that you can add the caps to and everything. I think somebody lost part of it. But that's what it looks like to me. It's threaded on the inside and it looks like it goes on one of those pinpointers where you can put a different shaped uh, nozzle on the end. Hey, Tupac, good morning. Walter Magnet. Thank you guys for coming in. Also, elbow pads. What kind of work are you doing there, Bad Idea Labs? Get down on your. I don't think I could do that. Get down on my. Unless you're a skateboarder. Oh, cool. Jamie, you got the Canadian coin with the plane on the back. Was that's a colored one, right? Partially colored. I like those. Okay, Bad Idea Labs. Hit the like or the dislike before you leave, all right, buddy? Enforcer, good morning. How are you? How you doing, buddy? I, I can appreciate what you went through and what you're going through now with your mom. So hang in there, buddy. God bless. So something that getting around to it found yesterday, off camera, of course, but little string of glass beads in the park. These are pretty cool because for kids, and they don't have any metal parts on them. I would have never found that in the unless I saw it, but she found that. So we got a little bit of bling there. And I found this. I was wondering. I do use a magnet a lot when I have a magnet on the end of uh, my digger here. I've got this digger that I use. It's a very useful little tool. I've had this ever since I was a prospector. It was one of my prospecting things. And see, I even have some iron left on it here. I haven't cleaned it off. There's a chunk of iron right there. But I do use this magnet, especially in tot lots. I use magnet a lot to get the nails out and stuff because nails are kind of hard to see sometimes, the little ones. And so I'll rummage around in my hole with this magnet. And yeah, sure. Uh, I just haven't used it on my lives lately. Actually, I don't think I've used it on any of my lives because I just started doing the lives a couple weeks ago all the time and haven't really used it too much. But this is a must. A magnet is a must. I keep that magnet and then I keep this magnet on my keychain so that I've got a magnet. It's always on. I've got this little thing on my keychain, and the magnet sticks right on that, and I've got that in my pocket. So if I need to check something, a lot of times jewelry, when it's not just iron, that I use a magnet for. I find a piece of jewelry, and the first thing I do to check it when I don't generally do it on camera to see, but it's like I'll use a magnet for jewelry, like this little ring that I found yesterday. I knew that it wasn't gold, but if it looked like gold to me, the first thing I'd do is stick it to a magnet and see if the magnet picked it up. So, yeah, magnet's important. So, anyway, this is the ring. I'll put that back in my pocket before I forget about it. But this is the ring that I got yesterday, number 55, guys. Number 55. But it's a cute little ring. Some little girl, is sorry she lost it, but uh, it does make me saddened when kids lose their jewelry and stuff, and I find it because I know they'll never have it again, and they have to replace it. And now I've got it in my collection, and there's no way that I could get it back to them. But I'm always looking forward to getting things back to people. Hey, I found a chevron, and I was trying to make myself a sergeant, but I think that's a PFC, you know, first class PFC, I think, chevron. There was a little pin that I found, and of course it's not a pin anymore. All the pin items are broken off of it here. But the no, that's not good. Yeah, that's a good spot for it right there. Oh, my beard is good too. You can see it there. There we go. So a little chevron pin. Interesting, a little different. So if you were here yesterday, did you go and make a comment on my comment video? Because the last I looked, I didn't have any comments on my comment video as to how many could be's I dug up on my live yesterday. So I don't know whether that idea is going to work or not. I put a different comment video up so that people would go there and make the comment. And I hope everybody did that. Tomorrow will be something different. I did find a little something here that rang up really high, and I don't think I can hold it. I need a pair of tweezers or something here. Do I have a pair of tweezers handy? I do. I do. Let's see if I can do something with that. I need the jeweler's tweezers. That I have a pair of jeweler's tweezers someplace that I've had for a long time, but I haven't been able to find them in a while. But it just has a little slide lock here, and it pushes down and then holds so you don't have to vary in your pressure there. Let's see if I can grab hold of this thing and show it to you. We've got little bitty, here I'll hold up a dime so you can see how big it is next to the dime. And that, I think, is a silver stud off of some type of goth jewelry. But I think it's silver the way it rang up. Possibly wrong, but it looks like silver. And if I go and put it in my silver cleaner, I can find out real quick. And that's one way. I've got a silver cleaner. You drop silver into it, and it takes the tarnish off immediately within 10 seconds. And then I can tell whether it's silver or silver plated will do the same thing. And then you've got to figure out whether it's solid or plated. But that was a neat little find. Find little things like that. But I don't think that. Oh, nope, it's not silver. It's magnetized. Or not magnetized, it's magnetic. It's ferrous. So it's not silver. But it might be silver plated because that way you can see the little nubby a little better that way. There you go. But it is a stud off of something. If I drop that in the silver cleaner, if it's silver plated, it'll really shine up. So I did get a lot of A lot of treasure trash yesterday. Got a nice screw bolt. Got a nice big nail. So I know you guys like seeing this stuff. Good big chunk of rebar. This was off camera, but I thought I had a quarter, but I got a wine bottle cork. One of the plastic corks. But I was promoted all over the place yesterday. I got myself a firefighter's badge. So now I'm an honorary firefighter. So off camera, I got a broken carabiner, which sounded like a ring to me. So I was hoping I'd get a ring, but I must have just caught this end of it, and it really rang up around 30, 32. I thought maybe gold ring, but nope, it was aluminum. What happened to my chat? Am I frozen or something? I can't get my chat up anymore. What's the deal? Uh-oh. Did I go offline? This is not fair. I can't get my chat up here. Maybe nobody's saying anything, but what's going on here? Live chat? Uh-oh. This is not good. I can't see if you guys are saying anything or not. What's going on here? It says I'm still live. Huh. I can't bring my chat up for nothing here. What's going on? Not good. I can't go out and come back in. What is going on here? Somebody say something. You probably are, and I can't see it. I do not know what's going on. This is going to be a bummer if I can't see what y'all are saying. Oh, why do I have so many problems here? I have a problem with my beard looking straight this morning. It looks like it's all wonky. I got bed beard, I guess, like bed hair. Well, let's see what I can do here. I've had nothing but stupid problems this morning. It's like like not being able to put in my okay. This is a ridiculous problem. Why is this happening? It's always happening to me. And it happens when I can't do anything about it. Oh, thank you. Getting around to it just solved my problem here. Okay. She brought me her phone so I can see what you guys, boy, you guys have said a lot since the last time I saw the chat. And give me a second to catch up, okay? Just I'll see if anybody, wow. See if I need to answer anything real quick. Sorry. Papa York, thank you for coming in. I don't know what happened to my chat. I just missed the whole stream for several minutes. Oh boy. Enforcer, I'm going to take care of a wrench for you as soon as I can get back on my chat. Okay? Hey, we got somebody new. Is that coil? Coil to soil? All right. It just took me a minute to decipher that. Welcome, Coil to Soil. Hey, PA Patriot. Thanks for coming in. I have no idea why I can't see my chat. I go down here and push live chat. It's not giving it to me. That is so ridiculous. Let's see if I can. Trying to see if I can. Hey, I can do it in here. Now I wonder if I can do it in here. There was. Oh, can't do it in there. Let's see. Yeah, I can do it in here. All right, cool. All right, I got this. Getting around to it, can come get her phone now. I got it taken care of. Got my iPad charged well enough to see my chat. So, hang on one second. Be right back. There you go. Okay, we solve problems. That's what we do. We solve problems. All right, you guys are taken care of there. Coil to Soil, I just made you an enforcer moderator so you guys can go and check out the other channels. Be really mindful of what you do, please, because we are a family-friendly channel, and we are blessed by God to be here. And so, hey, Great Scott! I'm going to be looking at two different things here. So if I'm looking down, I'm looking at chat because I can't. That's really terrible. But okay, maybe I can hold it up here where I'm not looking down so much. Oh, a new person, Lighthouse Society. Welcome in. I hope I'm not too far behind. But I've got lots of new people here. This is outstanding. I showing off what I got yesterday, which wasn't much, but I did my live yesterday, and so just be cool. Hey, brother, haven't seen you in a little while. Okay, I'm going to be giving you guys wrenches and letting you check out the other channels so that they've got some great channels in here. We got Great Scott, got Coining Around, got PA Patriot, and we got Papa York and Walker Magnets and so many others so far. How long have I been detecting? Lighthouse, I've been detecting since December of 21. And that's when I started. Just a few days before Christmas, I started using my detector that I bought way back in the 90s for prospecting. And I've been detecting ever since. I started my YouTube channel in May of 22, and I have been detecting on YouTube since then, and so a little over a year. I'm going to add you as a moderator, Lighthouse, so that you can check out the other channels, okay? And that's what that is all for. Sure nice to see all of you in here. Make sure that before you leave, hit that thumbs up or that thumbs down, okay? And I so much appreciate you being here to give me watch hours, because that's what I'm working on. This is what this is all about, and you guys have been more than gracious, more than kind to help me out, and I am so appreciative. You wouldn't know it, you know? You wouldn't know how much. Couldn't know how much. I just don't show how much. But, so just to show everybody again, I didn't find anything really precious, but I did find number 55, which is a little adjustable ring, and was precious to some little girl for sure. And I'm sure she was sad when she lost it. And so number 55 for the year, I was shooting for 100. And it doesn't look like I'm going to make 100, but I'm still working on it. So I did get a Sacagawea yesterday, a 2000 Sacagawea. So my camera isn't real good on this, but I mean, it's not in real good shape either. It's pretty tarnished. But I did get some interesting finds. This one I thought was a piece of jewelry, but alas, no. But they're fun to find. You know, anything at all is a surprise. Did find a lot of bottle caps and a few could be's. And for everybody's, I call these could be's because when you get this target signal, it could be anything. So this is what you're looking for in yesterday's live. Go back and watch yesterday's live if you're new to my channel, and go and count these. And then I have a comment video where you go and put the amount in there. And on Saturday morning, we will have a comment picker drawing for all the people that made a comment and told me how many of these I found. And then you will win one of our tools, pinpointer protector with a scoop on the end of it. And if you watch my live from yesterday, you'll see me using mine and breaking mine because I got into some rocks, and I think I broke it on a root, prying on a root, and I shouldn't have been doing that. It's not a pry tool. It's a soft soil digging tool to dig coins, and I was really pushing it yesterday into some rocky and rooty soil, and I broke the tip off. Uh, they can break, so, but they're really good for coin shooting, and uh, they're listed in my description, the Amazon site. So you might want to pick one of these up someday. So they work really well. I broke the tip off mine, but it still works. I still have enough to dig with. So just be a little more careful on it than I am. Oh, I know. And there's some people, Walker, that go out there. I mean, watch Seek and Detect. He's another great channel. I haven't put him in my description as one of the channels to watch. You're in there, Walker Magnet, but Seek and Detect, I'm going to give him a shout out. He's done really well. Don't know why he started his channel this year and is already up over 2,000 subs. But it's just, I don't know why it goes that way. Some of us work really hard to get subs and watch hours, and some people just get them, and they're not much different than we are. I mean, there's not anything that I can see that is so much more special than we are, and it just happens for them. I think it's the YouTube analyzation that goes on. I have no idea, but yeah, I have done really well. I much better than I thought I was going to do when I first started. So I appreciate that, Walker, and I appreciate how hard you work. And I subbed you right away when I started watching you. Getting around to it got me into coin roll hunting with you guys. First with you and Michael, and then got into coining around and got into Great Scott. And so we've been, you know, in that community as well as the metal detecting community and the magnet fishing community. You know, this whole community supports each other, and it's really great. You know, I think that's true. Tupac, I think that's true. Tupac owes you a penny. I, if he owes you a penny, you'll get it because Tupac is one of those guys that just shoots out his mailing. I think he spends more time at the post office than he does at home. But yeah, this has been a great year uh, since getting around to it, and I have gotten back on our feet, and from all of our aged medical, uh, I don't want to say problems, our situations, and we're back to where we're mobile again. It's been a great year, fantastic, and one of the greatest things is that we have met you guys because we, you know, sit around and watch television, and I sat around while I was immobile and watched a lot of you guys out there and a lot of the magnet fishers and the metal detectorists and uh, sit there and dreamed of doing it. And then when I got to where I was able to go do it, there's no stopping me now. I mean, I'll I'll be one of those guys that does this till the end. No matter how discouraged you get from days where you don't find anything, and they can become discouraging. That's for sure. Everything, daily life, things come up to discourage you. But what you need to do is just, like they say, if you fall off the horse, get back on the horse, you know, and get back out there and look. And yeah, you're going to wind up with days where you find little goodies like this. And these things make me laugh. You know, I'm wondering what was some kid doing with this? Because I do mostly parks and beaches and things like that. I don't do uh, Civil War areas and relic areas like a lot of guys do, which I would love to do because I would love to find some relics. But I do find relics. You know, I find relics of people. And like William, uh, I hope you didn't take any offense to what I said yesterday, but uh, wherever there's people, wherever people have been, whether it was an hour before or 200 years before, there's something that they left, right? I mean, even if it's a bottle cap, you can tell something from what that person left, you know. And then, and it's really strange what is left behind, you know. And that's part of the allure of doing this hobby, right? And I know that, and when you become uh, somebody seeking monetization, just be cool. Things get tougher because your uh, your analytics become tougher. Like I was just checking this morning, my total watch hours. If you go into my analytics on uh, YouTube Studios, and you go into analytics of my channel, I have 5,600 5,768 views total for the last 365 days, which that's supposed to be what your uh, uh, total should be. You know, they're doing the last 365 days. But when I go into monetization and get the total, I have 1,678. So I don't know what the difference is if I've got 5,768 watch hours total. Why have I only got 1,678 that they count for monetization? That's just my mind saying, what? You know? So, not views, not views. I've got over 1 million views. Views are totally different. Not, I'm talking about watch hours. My watch hour total is 5,700 or 678, and my monetization hours, watch hours, are only 1,678. So, no, I didn't say views. I didn't say views. My watch hours. I, uh, if I said views, it was a total mistake. My views are up over 1 million. So the yeah, views I don't even look at because I don't think I'm going to ever get. The only views I look at are on the shorts. I look at how many views I get on the shorts and how many subs that I get from that. And how, so one item that I put on as a short will get 253 views and get 4 subs, and then one will get uh, 2,000 views and no subs. So uh, I only look at my shorts for how many people are looking at them and how many subs I get. And the more subs I get, I think the more watch hours I'll be able to get. But we're down to here, there, according to my uh, screen here, I have 12 people viewing right this minute. And that means that, like William said, uh, day before yes, or no, was it Saturday? Said the longer I keep somebody on uh, the every 6 minutes, if I have 10 people watching every 6 minutes, that's an hour. But it doesn't show up that way. And, you know, I'm not trying to, you know, be negative about anything. I'm just saying that it's not understandable when they've got the numbers. So I can go in and not understand anything that their analytics says, because when I try to make sense out of it, it makes absolutely no sense. So it's not logical at all that you have 5,000 watch hours in one area and then 1,000 in the next. And I mean, in the same area, but in a different spot. So that it's just not logical to me. And I'm working with what they got, and I will continue to, you know, work on it. But what? Sorry, I'm reading. um, yeah, you have to. There, there's something in there, William. I think you got it. I think people can't just watch. Like I have playlists up. If you put my playlist up, you would give me like 20 watch hours just on your own, uh, just from my live playlist. But if you don't go into each one of those lives and make a comment on it, I think you're right. I think that has to be a combination of everything. That's the only way I can figure it. Because how can you have a watch hour that doesn't count? If somebody's watching, somebody's physically putting you on the screen, there has to be a combination of things, I think. I think you're right. You know, that's only logical explanation for it. So you have to combine everything. So, um, what is the best thing now? Seek and detect. I've been watching him, and he does just videos, and they're never longer than a half hour. Or I don't think I've ever seen him do one an hour yet. So all of his videos are short, and people go in and they make comments on it. That's a possible way of doing it, is making short videos, not shorts, but short videos, and having people watch the whole thing and make a comment on it. That, that's possibly the way to go, because he shot up in less than 6 months. He shot up to 2,000. And then again, uh, Tupac, you might be right that maybe he's, you know, paying for subs to come his way. And I don't know how to do that, and I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't pay for subs because I I'm not into that. Either I can do it on my own or I can't. You know, and the only way I can do it on my own is with you guys helping me, and you guys uh, have been helping me a lot. And that's true, Great Scott. You know, shorts don't add any watch hours. I tried stringing shorts together to where I had like 10 minutes of shorts all in one spot, and it didn't get any watch hours from that. Because I put it up and I got, I think I got 68, something like that, people to view that, and I didn't get any raise in my watch hours at all from it. So even at that, shorts don't count. Hey, hello, I've got somebody new here. Tales Told, welcome in. I'm having to read chats on another device. I'm having technical difficulties that you would not believe today. So, anyway, Tales Told, I'm a family friendly channel, and I'm going to give you a wrench so that you can check out the other channels. Please be mindful of what you use it for. Just go to the channels and check them out, okay? And that way you can jump in and out and check out the other channels. Got some great channels in here that you maybe haven't seen before, maybe you have. But anyway, we're having a lot of fun in here. Oh, I did find something. I think you guys saw it that were here on my live yesterday. I did find a coarse can that had never been opened, except now I made this hole when I stabbed it with my digger, but I think it had this hole in it that looks like it was punctured, but doesn't have any other punctures in it. So pretty cool to find a whole can. You dig it up and it's never been opened. Uh, I think somebody found, I think it was Monterey Magnet Man. Shout out to Monterey Magnet Man. Go see his channel too. He's listed in my description on all my videos. It's not on this one yet, but Monterey Magnet Man found, I think, a whole 6-pack or more of unopened, uh, still full beer cans, and he doesn't drink, so he left them. So I don't drink either, so I would have left them or taken them, and I don't know what I would have done with them. I wouldn't have carried them around. Maybe if they were still there when I got back and I came back the same path that I went in reverse, I would have picked them up, but probably not. I still can't get my chat up here. I don't understand this at all. So anyway, but these are interesting finds, don't you think? Especially since I only stabbed it with my digger once here. I may have, no, I didn't even scratch it up anyplace else. It was in the ground like this when I dug it up, and I stabbed it with my digger to pull it out. But interesting finds. I'm trying to analyze everything, right? Analyze my dig, analyze the numbers, and when you get certain things, you think they're going to be something else, and they turn out to be like a piece of steel pipe. And you wonder, why is that in the park? All this stuff. Why is that in the park? But there's a million different reasons, from construction of the park to somebody was building something in the park for some kind of display, and they just left it. These things are understandable because they come off of kids when they're playing in the park, and they'd just been to some firefighter demonstration or something, and came off their shirt. But money you can understand, but there's a lot of things you just don't understand, why people bury things in the ground at a park like that can. They had to have physically buried that, dug a hole and buried that in the park. That didn't just happen. It didn't just somebody leave it on the ground and it get down 6 inches in the ground. So somebody physically buried it. So you wonder about their mindset, right? Yeah, it's nice to have new people in here. Tails, Coil to Soil, and Just Be Cool. Thank you for coming in. I'm really happy to see all of you guys in here. But here I am coming up on over an hour. I've been on over an hour already. Haven't really got anything to talk about except what's going on with my technical problems and my meager finds yesterday. And actually, it was a good day. It's not every day that you get a piece of jewelry and you get a coin that most people don't carry, and you get copper, Copper is always nice. So copper pennies are always nice. Uh, Zinkins are the most prominent thing, right? And they're the most, uh, I get, yesterday I got, what, 2 dimes, 2 nickels, 3 quarters, and a Sacagawea. So I got the super cycle once, I got the cycle twice, and I got 2, 4, 6, 7 Zinkins, 3 coppers. So Zinkins are always the dominant coin that you get, and they're the ones that are the most uh, dilapidated. And I've said this before, and I'll say it all the time. I don't know why the United States is the only country in the whole world that makes a coin that will disintegrate in the ground. And as long as it's not in the ground, depending on the soil and depending on where it is, you can get some crusty dimes and nickels and stuff out of the beach, but then you've got salts, right? You've got uh, salt is very destructive on things, but just in a regular park that I dig, like 75% of my digs are in parks. And so you wonder what's in the soil to that zinc. I know it's one thing is electrolysis because zinc is electric uh, absorber. It absorbs electricity. So what's going on here? I'm looking at chat again. So nobody asked me a question. Okay. So uh, back to zinc. I used to do a lot of fishing in the ocean, and especially on ocean vessels, if they're wood, if you've got a wooden vessel, you need to have, and in aluminum too, in an aluminum vessel, you need to have zinc because we have, uh, or when I did this, we had to buy zinc plates that you could put in your boat and you bolt them to your transom so that it absorbs the electricity, the natural electricity caused from operating your boat, and causes dry rot in the boat and corrosion in your aluminum. So the zinc would absorb that electricity so that, and it would disintegrate as it did, and you'd have to replace that plate. And that's what the pennies do because they're zinc. The zinkins absorb the electricity and disintegrate. That's what zinc does. And so it's a natural situation. So when you're, preserving something, that makes it different. But this is not preservation, right? This is definitely not preservation. So 1 cent, I guess they decided that it wasn't necessary to have a 1 cent piece that would endure, where a copper piece, they might be, they mostly come out looking like this, but you can get them like this, like I did, and you got to clean them. They do have some accumulation of some type of crust and stuff you have to clean off. but most of them will clean up pretty well. The copper is very durable. I mean, look at the copper swords and copper armament and things from the time when they used copper for swords and spears and arrows. You can still find those, and they're not deteriorated much at all. And coins, other than gold and silver, you've got bronze, which can deteriorate some, and you've got brass that deteriorates very little, and there's a lot of metal out there that doesn't deteriorate uh, or rarely deteriorates much at all. And then you've got zinc, and it will deteriorate in a matter of minutes. And you can drop a coin, and it amazes me because if you drop a zinc coin into any beach, um, it's only a couple of days and it looks like this. It can go from shiny, like a brand new penny, to a corroded piece of junk in no time. Papa York, thank you for coming in. I appreciate the time you spent here, and hey, have a great day. God bless. So if you haven't hit the like button, hit the dislike or the like, either one. And, have a great day. Have a blessed day. So sorry I'm tilting my head down here to read. I know you guys would rather probably look at me like this. This is probably a better view. So yeah, you guys are amazing. You're sitting here watching this old man just uh, chat away. I'm not talking about much of anything important, but can't answer too many technical questions about metal detecting, but I can answer what applies to me. Coffee. You got to have coffee. Uh-oh. Got to clean my coffee cup off. Had a spot on it. So anyway, I'm looking through my junk here to see if I did find something interesting here. I forgot to show this. I'm not sure what this is off of because it has some kind of design. So it has to come off of something that was usable. It's it has a repeated design. It has inside slots adjacent with these tabs where it looked like it sat down on some type of rod or rocker or something to where it was adjustable. I I would have to see some of the rest of it to get a better idea of what it is, but I do know that it's not just uh, off of a sprinkler head or something of that nature. It's something more decorative. And so these are interesting items. These are relics that I like to find because it makes me think, it makes me uh, research, it makes me uh, curious as to what it might have been, And so I like these type of things. And get that a little closer so you can see, but it's got some uniqueness to it, and it has some type of use, and so if you guys have an idea of what it could have been, you know, give me a comment in there, because I'm at a loss as to what it is. I just know it is something different. It's not part of the hardware sprinklers, and it's meant for something totally different. But the definition of a could be, William, is this is a could be. And every time I dig one, I said it's a could be, because a pull tab, you know, pull tab. Everybody says, "Oh, I got another pull tab. I got another pull." But the numbers on my machine and every other machine, these numbers will ring in close to gold. If this was a gold ring, it could be the same numbers as this could be. So it could be anything when you dig one of these signals. When this is dug, it could have been anything. That's what I mean by could be. That's the definition of could be. So you just have to count these in my live, how many I dug yesterday, and make a comment in that comment video to be eligible for Saturday's giveaway. And like I said, I'll be giving away one of my digging tools. And uh, if you're not going to use one of those, I will have a different prize available for those that say, like William, you don't go metal detecting, you have no pinpointer, you have no use for one of these right this minute. So you could either accept one of these, or I will have something else equally precious, equally prize worthy. Let's put it that way. So that's a could be. So all of y'all go back and watch my live from yesterday. Count how many of these that I dug out of the ground, and uh, and make a comment. You can make a comment on that video too if you want to say something about the live, but in order to be eligible for the drawing on Saturday, you have to go to the comment video. It's a short, and I have marked it in my shorts. So just go to my shorts and look for that one that says comment video that was put up yesterday, and make your comment of how many of these. That's all you have to do. Uh, you can just say the number. You can make a comment with the number in it, but then you'll be eligible for the drawing on Saturday. And then tomorrow when I dig, I will go out digging tomorrow. I was going to go today, but I decided to get some other things done today. And that's the thing about doing this hobby. I have to really decide when I wake up in the morning at 4:30, and my eyes pop open generally every morning at 4:30. Uh, I have to decide what I'm going to do, whether I'm going to go out and do what I enjoy most, being with getting around to it and digging in the dirt, or I have to still be with getting around to it, which is the better part of my day, but then I have to get something else done. So I think I better get that done so that I don't feel guilty about doing what I like best, right? Thank you, Grace Scott. I was going to do that this morning, but all my technical problems, I'm lucky to just be here today. So uh, I have to sort some of this out. What I'm going to do, I think I'm going to switch over from my iPad doing my live chats like this. I'm going to switch over and use my computer. But in order to use my computer, I have to get a microphone and I have to get a uh, camera for my computer because I have none of that. But those things have to wait until I have the monetary uh, ability to do that. So there's a lot of things. I want to get a set of waterproof headphones so I can go deeper in the water. I want to get a scope so I can show my coins off better. And there's a lot of things that I want to get. And, you know, one of these days I'll get a wild hair and buy a lotto ticket and win, and I'll be able to buy all this stuff. But all y'all know how much it costs to get set up to just do a live blog. And if you have meager equipment like I got an iPad and I've got a phone, I've got a second phone, and I use the second phone for the music, and so I'm working with what I've got, and I'm not complaining about. I, I'm doing this on top of what I do best, and what I do best is dig junk out of the ground. I dig junk out of the ground. I get to dig treasure trash, not junk, treasure trash. I dig it all out. If I dig it up, I take it out and then I sort it. It's either scrap or it goes into my aluminum, copper, or brass. And I am still going to build my smelter, but then that takes a little bit of money because I still need to get the propane burner. I've got everything else. Uh, I've got a regulator, I've got a propane tank, I've got the ability to build uh, uh, my forge or my uh, smelter, but I don't have a burner yet. So uh, that's another thing. Every time you want to do something, there's something that costs you money. Now, I've accumulated a lot of stuff and I can build things, I can put things together, but there's always some part that I don't have. I have the majority of it, but then I have to buy the part that is essential. So don't copy you. What do you mean don't copy you, Gray Scott? So I I'm not a I'm surprised. Trying to think of what I want to say. I am surprised I'm doing this. I never had any intention of doing this. I started watching YouTube and watching guys metal detect, and that got me interested in metal detecting so much so that I had to get out there and take my metal detector and get out there. Then I started using my phone to record what I found, and I started posting it because I wanted people to see what I found. And then I started uh, thinking, well, I can get monetized because all of these other guys I've seen are monetized and maybe make enough money to, offset some of this. And I know it's not going to make enough money to probably pay for anything, but now it's it's something I have to do. I have to do whatever I have to do to get to that point. You know what I mean? I set a goal for myself and I got to get there. Great Scott, go to that post office. Thank you so much, brother, for being here. I will be seeing you soon. Uh, I did want to ask you before you go why you switched to 6 o'clock because I missed whatever that was, and I was going to find you yesterday, and you weren't on until 6.
Canine osteoarthritis is a painful disease that can affect your dog's mobility, even at a young age. And if you can't climb the stairs, you should
Oh,
check out their
okay.
bed sores first. Galliprant should not be used in dogs who are allergic to Graviprant or with other anti-inflammatory drugs. Tell your veterinarian if you plan to breed your dog, or if your dog is pregnant, nursing, or has heart problems. Galliprant may cause vomiting,
I didn't
diarrhea,
see
decreased appetite, and
Williams
tiredness.
chat.
Help protect those moments that matter.
So I'm not seeing all the chats, not going back and seeing them because I'm talking too much. But anyway, I never intended to be a blogger. I never intended to be here in front of you all right now. This wasn't, in my original plan to where I was, oh, that's what I want to do. I want to be somebody that gets up and entertains people. I'm not an entertainer to speak of. I am a talker. I can talk uh, when I can think of something to say, anyway. And what you guys say spurs me to say things. So, okay. Oh, I see. I see. Yeah. See, I'm not even into that. I picked the time I wanted to do 7:30 to 9:30 for mine, and that didn't work out so well. And in 8:30, a lot of people that were on at the time said 8:30 would be a better time to start because then I can uh, have the time to watch you. So I moved it from 8:30 to 10:30, and so I'm not really analyzing the times when everybody that might watch me can watch me. I'm just being there and hoping that somebody can get in and watch me. And so far, you guys are doing great. This is awesome. I have the last few days I've had more than 10 people on, and that's great for me. I mean, I don't need 100 people. It'd be nice if I got 100 people because my watch hours would really go up. But if I had that, because if you take 100 people times 6 minutes, or I mean 10 minutes, 100 people times 10 minutes, that's quite a few watch hours. So for every 10 minutes you guys get to spend with me, I get a watch hour. At this point, you know, for every 6 minutes, 10 of you are watching, I get a watch hour. That's great. Uh, that's amazing that that many of you stay, but I know it's kind of rotating. So not everybody stays on for 6 minutes. Somebody might stay on for 1 or 2 minutes, and then somebody else stay on uh, the whole time, for the whole 2 hours that I stay on. And that's that's marvelous that I can keep you on for 2 hours and keep talking and being, you know, the people you are, that you will stay and be there just to give me watch hours, whether you're interested in what I'm saying or not, whether you're interested in what I'm showing or not, and you just stay because you're giving me watch hours, and that's your intent, and that is marvelous, amazing that any of you would do that, and it's really appreciated that you even stay on for 5 minutes, you know, to hang out and see what's happening. Well, I hope that I don't bore you to sleep, but it's okay if you do, as long as it's still on. Uh, and that reminds me. Last night I was watching something, and it was really interesting to me, uh, and I dozed off. I don't know why, but it was really interesting to me what was on. I love to watch America's Got Talent because I love to see what people come up with, and I don't know. I've been into talent shows since I was a kid because, like, Ed Sullivan Show. Anybody remember the Ed Sullivan Show? That was a talent show, right? I mean, some of the best artists came from being on the Ed Sullivan Show. The Beatles became more popular than ever before because came on the Ed Sullivan Show, right? So if you know nothing about Ed Sullivan, you know that the Beatles really took off. They were already popular, but they really took off after the Ed Sullivan Show. So I've been into talent shows, and I like America's Got Talent. I like Britain's Got Talent. I, I just like to see what people come up with, especially the funny ones, the really ridiculous ones that come in and show talents that they have that uh, most people just laugh at, you know. Hey, Annette, thanks for coming in and giving some watch time. So I got to look down more. I'm trying not to look down so much, but so anyway, uh, uh, trying not to look down, but I'm trying to read the chat so that I don't get behind. Like I missed William's comment that he was going to copy. I don't know what the comment was, but somehow it got to around where Greg Scott don't copy me. His comment was don't copy me, but the evolution of what I'm doing is just coincidental, and I'm having a blast doing it. And just being here, trying to stay on for 2 hours and keep everybody interested enough to stick around for 5 minutes each, you know, that um, absolutely only pull tabs are could be's. Uh, and it doesn't matter if that's what you were talking about, copying. Um, the whole idea of being eligible is to go and watch the live and count how many could be's, pull tabs that I dug yesterday during the live. And it will be something else tomorrow. But somebody just pulled in my driveway and made a U turn. That's weird. They don't usually do that. But anyway, this is the could be. And count how many of these I dug in my live yesterday and put them on the comment video. Now, there are going to be some people that just are too uh, too busy to watch my live, and they'll go into the comment video and check out the comments and make a comment. I'm sure there'll be some of those, but I trust that you guys that are watching me won't do that. But there'll be somebody out there that does, and I'm not going to be able to figure out who does. So it'll just be whoever makes a comment in that video with how many of these I dug. And if they copy, they're going to copy. And looks like blistering. Jamie just put something up, a short or something, a little video. That's cool. So, uh, yeah, the whole intent is that not that I want to uh, bribe people. I just want to give something away to the people that are watching me that spend the time to watch my videos and my lives and give something back a little bit. And I'm not going to do a lot of giveaways. I'm not going to do 10 or 15, 20 videos with different things. I'm not going to do a comment picker where there's 20 people. Now, if somebody wants to come in on Saturday morning and wants to give something away while I'm on, and they want me to do a comment picker, to do that, we'll set up a comment picker and do a totally different thing. Maybe do just who's in chat and or a comment video for that particular person. So anybody's welcome to give something away. Like if Tupac wants to give away a coin and he wants to do that like he did last time, or channel credits like he did on my giveaway last time, that's perfectly acceptable. But I'm only going to give one gift away, and it'll be a choice of one of these, of either of the tools that we make. Tcat uh, is the maker, and or there'll be another prize that I'll announce Saturday morning that will be choosable if you don't want one of these. And it'll be of equal value. Um, if you're from out of the United States, in Canada, Mexico, or UK, or Australia, you'll get an equal value Amazon card, an e-card. All right? So if you win, you can win. Jamie, you can win. Any of the people from like Kane Friday, if he comes in, Cole Cowboy from Australia, uh, Dark Knight from UK, anybody from any other country will get an Amazon card. All right, equal value to what I'm giving away, which is top value is $15 for one of the tools. So you'll get an e-card, okay? And that's nice of me. I I I think that, I'm not trying to bribe anybody. I think that you guys would watch me anyway. I I don't think I have to give anything away, but I thought maybe the only thing that I had in mind was getting more watch hours, and there's a few of you that are giving me a lot of watch time, and I thought maybe I could get a few more to watch because they want to win something. And I'm sure there's somebody out there that would just watch just because they want to win something, not because they're interested in what I do. And you guys are all watching me because you're interested in what I do, which flatters me no end. So I I do at this point, my goal is to come up with something that you guys like to see. And uh, I'm getting to the point where it's getting harder for me to think that you're interested in me going to uh, the park so much. There are a couple that everybody's interested in because I get to do the park area, I get to do a beach area, and I get to get in the water. Those I have the choice of all three of those at a couple of different parks, which are really cool. Then I get to go to the beach. Like I'm really thinking about going to the beach in the next couple of days, and so tomorrow or Friday, it's a possibility that I head over for the beach because after the hurricane, there's no telling what you might find over there on the beach. So uh, I'll be headed there, possibly. Uh, I won't know until in the morning because in order to get to the beach, I have to get up a lot earlier in the morning. Getting around to it has to get me up and get me going. And so then we have to get there, and I'm going to be there in the dark and starting my hunt in the dark. So uh, I'm thinking about not only starting my hunt in the dark, but I'm probably going to do some footage of that to put on it as a premiere later. So uh, if I get to the beach tomorrow or Friday, then we'll have some other footage to watch too, other than my live and me just chatting. And I don't want to stop doing my lives just because I'm not hunting, because if I do, then I break the routine, and then people will say, "Oh, he's not going to be on. He's not hunting." So, no, he wasn't on. He must not be out hunting. But I want to be doing something. So, anyway, I still have another 20 minutes or 18 minutes to uh, see if I can entertain you. Let me entertain you. Now, that's I do. You know, you guys don't see all of them that I get out, but I like like it when I get things. See if I can make a collage of things here that are dangerous to kids. These things are potentials. These are potential tetanus shots right here. When you find these in the park, in the playgrounds where the kids dig around and play around, take their shoes off and run around, you know, these things make me feel good. And I state that when I'm digging them, but just so everybody knows, I don't just go for coins uh, and jewelry and stuff. And somebody said on I made a comment back to somebody, and maybe I shouldn't have. Maybe it sounded snotty, but I wasn't being snotty. And they made a comment on um, Oh Danny Boy. Oh Danny Boy's got a good channel too. You should check Oh Danny Boy out. And I believe he's in my description on my other videos, on all my videos, and it will be on this one too. All the descriptions will be here, and all of the listings for my favorite channels and not all my favorite channels are on there because I can't put all of them. I've got to rotate them somewhat. Um, but then my listings for my tools, Tcat's tools, are in the description, and 3D Hunters, that's a 3D scanner that they've asked me to be an affiliate on, and there's a discount code and everything, but that's a really high-end scanner, but it's worth looking at, so check out 3D Hunters. And all of that's in my description. But speaking of Oh Danny Boy, somebody said on Oh Danny Boy, I read the comments, and this one gal said that she didn't bother with this signal. She didn't bother with this signal. And she didn't bother with this signal. She didn't bother with any of the iron at all. One thing you don't get if you don't dig iron is you don't get relics. You don't get something good. If you're someplace, any place at all that people have been for over 100 years, you could find something 100 years old. If you don't dig an iron signal, that is going to be missed. You're not going to get it. And she said that she only dug, when she goes out metal detecting, she only digs the coins and jewelry signals. That's all she's after, is the coins and the jewelry. Well, this is not a jewelry signal. This was an iron signal. This is the same as this. So, or this. This is a 3-4 on my machine. My legend makes this nail a 3-4, okay, or a 5, possibly. This was a 6-7-8. This was a 4-5. So that was right in there with the iron. It's not precious. Like I said, it was precious to a little girl, and it's focused on me. Let's see if I can focus it on. Okay, so that's a piece of jewelry. That's a ring. That's number 55. That's not a piece of jewelry. That rang in at the same thing, 4, 5, 6. So a relic also, if you think about it, a lot of old equipment was made out of iron. If you're in an area where they used to have battles of some sort, Civil War or Indian Wars, something, you might find a piece of a rifle or a, even if it's just the trigger or the hammer or something out off of a pistol, or you might find it if you're digging the iron. But if you're just a coin shooter and you're going out after silver and gold, you're going to miss a lot of things. You go and you want a silver dime. If you don't dig the different signals, copper penny, just a copper penny, I generally get these at 45, 46, same as a dime, just a clad dime. But a silver dime will ring up a lot different. But one of these copper pennies yesterday rang up in the 50s and 60s. And when I dug it out, I was surprised that I got a copper penny and not something else. But it was just the way it was laying, the way it was reflecting the signal from the coil. It was reflecting a totally different number. So You know what? I'll go behind anybody that's coin shooting. I'll I'll detect behind anybody that's just looking for jewelry because I'm likely to find something much better than they would ever find. You know, because I'm going to dig it all out of the ground. I'm going to dig the steel pipes, and I'm going to dig the bottle caps, and I'm going to dig. Oh, wait a minute, William. Uh, I'm not going to make this uh, part of it because I think I dug one of these up yesterday. But this is a could be too. It's an older could be. This is a pull tab as well. But don't worry about whether you find this one or not because I think I only found one yesterday. But the beaver tails with the pull rings, they can ring in and sound just like a ring. Check out that. Uh, these ring in about a 30 uh, to 39, depending on what angle they're laying. So on my legend, so gold can ring in right in there in the 30s. You know, so if you're not digging a 39 because you don't think that you think that it's aluminum or something on a legend, you're going to miss possibly a gold ring because it'll come in at the same. Oop, it'll come in at the same as this. You know, so I've been noting that the numbers aren't going to tell you exactly what it is in the ground. And I thought this was a piece of jewelry, but it wasn't. It was a chunk of wire. Check that out. So anyway, I made a comment back to her and said that I would gladly detect behind her. You know, I'd follow her. I'd follow any detector that was just looking for what they deem is a gold signal or a silver signal on their detector. It's, they're talking about discriminating all iron out, discriminating all other, uh, whatever they can discriminate out that doesn't ring in as gold or silver. And that's fine. I'll detect any area that that detector has detected.